Well, we're going to start right out, and I'm going to have you move in a little bit here with our first guest, and we're very pleased to have really some fabulous people with us. Corey, he's sitting way over there. Corey Aldrich is the producer of the Electric City. This is the fifth, right?
Fifth annual, seventh show.
Electric City Couture, fabulous show. And the change is that it's been at Proctor's, and because the Universal Preservation Hall has an agreement with Proctor's, an arrangement with them, you've moved up there because you couldn't get it here, and it's the same thing, right?
We've been wanting to do a show in Saratoga for a while.
Yeah.
So when we had that connection between Proctor's and Preservation Hall, it just seemed like a marriage made in heaven. We're super excited. Saratoga loves fashion.
I know, they do. And Teddy, it's always a pleasure to have you on this show, too. It's really good.
We are so excited.
Yeah, this is wonderful. And then behind me, I have Kim Vanyo. She is a designer. Can you tell? She's got some great skirt on here. And maybe, I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, really. Could I wear that?
You could.
I could wear that?
Yes, I make custom for anyone.
Oh, she customs. Well, then I could wear it. Nothing off the rack. And then over here we have Alyssa Hardy, and she is the casting director for the Electric City Couture. We're going to find out, first of all, when is it? And Corey's kind of going to give us the overview. Then we're going to find out where it is, and then we're going to find out what a casting director does and what designers do. So let's start out.
All right. Well, the show this year is a little earlier than normal. It's on April 26th at 8 o'clock. And we'll be at Saratoga Preservation Hall, formerly Universal Preservation Hall.
Oh, you don't call it Universal anymore?
We call it both right now, actually.
Well, I kind of put it Universal Preservation Hall - Saratoga.
That's fine.
Perfect.
One of the cool format changes we have this year is that we're actually going to have a boutique set up downstairs. So when Kim's on the runway, people see a beautiful skirt like that. They'll be able to go down right after the show.
And order.
Or the next day, or buy one.
But you're going to have them there.
We are.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big jump for us to start taking on
I
that.
love
so
that.
The boutiques are all lining up to be there, so they can put them in the store. But then, hey, why don't you just buy it off the runway? So we're making it a little exciting shopping experience.
It's so exciting.
It's pretty
and
cool.
are you prepared for this?
We are getting prepared, thanks to the support of the board and a lot of volunteers doing a lot of work. We're really prettying ourselves up and getting ready for this big event because it's 3 days. It's going to be Friday night. We'll have a cocktail reception for VIPs, people that have sponsored or are on the honorary committee. Saturday night's the show. We expect to fill that hall. And on Sunday, we're open for 3 hours for general public sales. So
terrific.
Yeah, it's quite an undertaking.
What a great use of the space, too. Isn't that wonderful?
It really is. It's the first time we've done anything quite this large, but we're going to do it. It's going to be great.
You're going to make it? Yeah.
These guys have it. They got it under control.
Well, and the amazing thing is when we talked to Alyssa Hardy, Alyssa, we talked to her about, she's your casting director. She has 80 models and design, or tell me what you're doing with all these people.
She does a lot of stuff.
And you're part of this, too.
So this year we have 60 models. They range from models who have been on America's Next Top Model, like Jenna Clark, to girls that this is their first time ever doing it, and they've always said, maybe I could try and be a model. And this is a great opportunity for them to actually get on the runway, show their stuff, work with designers, see what this is all about up in Saratoga.
Yeah, how cool.
Yeah.
Now, Kim is a designer.
Yes.
And Kim has, she's been honored. She's really one of the top.
Kim's our biggest success story for Electric City Couture because the first time she just put 3 looks in, she actually sold into Circle's boutique, and she's been selling through this. So she's a rock star in our world.
Are you a rock star?
I don't know about that. All I know is I'm a designer. It's all I know ever since I was 10 years old.
Since 10 years old, did you design your own clothes?
I started sewing when I was 10 years old. I remember for my 10th birthday, I wanted a trip to the sewing store. I wanted my mother to just let me be in there as long as I wanted and purchase whatever I wanted to purchase. And
did she?
Yes, she did.
What a great mom.
Yes.
Hear that, Mom? This is what you need to do to get your kids going in the right direction. And where do you get your inspiration?
Well, I probably go to New York about once a month for fabric buys. I think I'm quite inspired by fabric in a lot of ways.
So the fabric talks to you?
It really does speak to me, yes. And then, I just always sort of, it's hard to describe. This is the way I'll describe it to you because I've been studying flamenco for the last year. And there is something in flamenco called the duende. And the duende is like the soul. And as soon as I heard that expression, it's like there's a duende with design, and I just have to wait for it to awaken and speak to me. So it's hard to describe. You never exactly know where the inspiration's going to come from, but wait for duende.
Well, it's sort of like a canvas, and a blank canvas. I think for an artist, you see it with the fabric. That's your blank canvas.
And there's always things floating around in your mind that they're waiting to be grabbed at the right time.
Yeah.
And then they just sort of meld at the right time.
And I think one of the important things with a designer is to have an open mind, to just allow that you see something like a sequin or a bird or something that kind of inspires you to do something a little bit.
You just never know when it will come.
Yeah, and I love your bells. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Corey, of the big change in this year, because every year it's been free, but this is a little different, and it's because I believe it's gotten so big, and it's becoming really an event.
It's a couple of reasons. First of all, pairing up with Preservation Hall, we wanted to do a fundraising format to help with the historic preservation of their space, which is something near and dear to us also, the preservation of downtown spaces that are community hubs like Preservation Hall. And then, yeah, as you mentioned, this show is huge. I mean, basically, Alyssa's probably putting in 20 or 30 hours a week. I put in 4 months of my life almost exclusively to making the show happen. An hour, and that's what it takes. So by keeping the ticket prices low, we're letting people to get in and participate, but it helps us to defray some of the show-related expenses.
And there are expenses. You have a DJ,
huge.
You have a lot of things
We
going.
have Jill Hughes doing a special appearance this year, an amazing jazz vocalist. We have a regional rap performance artist, John Brown, that will be performing. Then we have an amazing after party this year at Javier's in downtown Saratoga.
Oh my God.
We're taking out 2 floors and a restaurant and 2 clubs.
Oh
it's insane. It's getting bigger and bigger.
So Alyssa is bringing a lot of her people there, I'm sure, right? I mean,
They're going to want to go to that.
yeah. Now you have makeup artists that you work with and hair designers, and tell me, because I mean, last year I think it was you did fabulous stuff with hair. Was it with the feathers? Was there that the year before?
That was Jean-Paul did that.
I mean, it's like my mind. I mean, it's kind of all runs together. But were you there?
I was.
Wasn't that incredible?
Never seen anything like it. It's great.
It was incredible. Was that some of your ideas, or do you just like?
That came right from the designers and the salons working together. It's a really cool dynamic where these designers, they have these ideas, and then the hair and makeup artists can bring it to life on the runway.
So it's really a collaboration.
It really is.
Between artists. Do you have any say about what models or what their
Kim.
Not necessarily the models, because Alyssa is arranging all that, but she knows what I'm looking for because we've worked together for a couple of years.
Okay.
So I'm just meeting with my models this week. I've probably met with half of them, and they're all lovely, tall women, so it's going to be exciting. And when it comes to the hair and makeup, we do meet with those people ahead of time to kind of give them a heads up on the look that we are.
Yeah, because you might want to highlight the collar, so you want the hair up or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so everything in art is a collaboration.
How exciting. This is such a fabulous event, Corey. I want to applaud you for working so hard on this. And we're talking 5 years you've been working on it, and I know you've had partners and collaborators that you work with, and you certainly have always been very generous in giving credit to those as well. Is there anyone you'd like to give credit to?
Well, I have to give my sponsor plug because this year we've had some partnerships that are really great. Lifestyles Boutique in Saratoga has come in and been tremendous. Keeler Mercedes has stepped up. We have a national brand, Skinny Girl Vodka, backing us this year. And the amazing Julie Bonaccio, who's going to be she's really the honorary for the gala aspect of it, but she has just been tremendous. And it's really about a lot of people in the community coming to help us realize this vision of a regional fashion scene. It's a major industry in our area. We're just trying to find a place to put it all in one house.
Milan, Capital Region, and New York City, right? That's it.
That's
all you need to do.
We are Paris.
And Teddy, what a great way to highlight the Saratoga Preservation Hall. Did I get that right?
We are thrilled because this is pretty much an unknown to a lot of the people that we went to for sponsorship, and they have completely embraced it, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
are embracing us and the change. So we feel like we're doing quite well for the first year and look forward to making this an annual event in
I hope so,
Saratoga.
yeah.
Oh, one more thing I have to
Oh,
add.
yes.
We have 2 new designers you haven't seen this year. Kim,
Okay.
of course, is going to be there. Christina Collins, Gamakachi Blash.
She's been on
from
the
last
show, yeah,
year.
yeah.
But we've got Jane Wilson Marquis, and she's out of Valley Plains, and then Bahita Millinery out of Hudson.
Oh.
We're going to have a hat show, people.
hat show,
in
cool.
Saratoga, a hat show.
Cool.
Look out.
Perfect.
What better place?
Oh,
Get ready for the
Ecologic out of Troy.
races.
Ecologic out of Troy is coming back
Yeah,
too, so
good.
it's awesome.
I want to thank you all for being here,
Thank
and
you.
I hope that your event is a huge success, and you've got standing room only, and you're going to have to turn people away. Wouldn't that be something?
Well, there's still a very small amount of tickets left.
Okay.
You can get them by going to the website, but they're selling out of Proctor's box office.
Okay,
so.
good. We're all set then?
Yep.
Good. We're going to take a quick